guys, welcome back to another episode of Just a Podcast with Neek and Star.
We got a little jingle? Okay, we got a little jingle, guys.
Lipstick on my teeth.
Loving it. So I hope everyone is doing okay under these conditions, So staying safe, practicing healthy hygiene, all of that good shit.
I would hope so. I know I've been trying to stay very sane this whole time because, I'm a person that likes to be outside. So the fact that I can only go outside for the supermarket and the liquor store and that's it, it's driving me a little crazy.
I mean, I was talking about this yesterday with my friends, and I don't even feel stir crazy.
Really?
Nope.
The person who's always booked and fucking busy.
I'm not, because that, you know why?
Outside.
Yeah. Outside. Yeah, because I'm always outside, always been outside. That being home is, I'm not going crazy or bananas like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. So, because I literally took advantage and was grateful for being outside. I didn't take it for granted. So now that we can't go outside, I'm like, okay.
Well, I didn't take it for granted.
Yeah, no, not you, but I see a lot of people, they were posting when my mom, growing up, she was saying, oh, outside ain't going nowhere.
And look outside. I think
somebody
post that too. That was funny.
So I'm like, outside ain't going nowhere for me. It's still there. I mean, we can still go for walks. And
that's true.
Technically speaking, wherever you live, we're lucky that we literally can walk across the bridge to Harlem. And we can walk to Central Park if we want.
That's true.
So we don't necessarily have to get on the train. Obviously, nobody's walking to fucking Brooklyn, Queens, none of that. So
I mean, you have enough time in the day to actually.
Not on highways, baby. Not on those highways.
Them highways looking like The Walking Dead. Nobody there. I think one thing that has helped me, because I have the luxury of working from home, thank God. Every morning I'll get up as if, obviously I gotta get up because I gotta clock in for work, but I'll get up, take a shower, and get dressed as if I'm going to the office. That kind of just helps my mental instead of me being in my pajamas, because I feel like if I'm in my pajamas, I'm gonna get hella lazy.
Yeah. So
that's one thing that's been helping me. And I've been I feel like I've been a little bit more active on social media than I have before. I was active on my stories, but now I'm putting on makeup, taking pictures. I'm on TikTok a lot more now.
I know the grief I used to be when I'm talking about me being on TikTok.
But I don't know, it's TikTok has really been making me happy for some reason.
That's why I keep telling everyone that I know who does not have TikTok to download it, because you don't even have to post content. Just watching the content itself will make you happy, and it brings joy, because you just see so many different people from all backgrounds, all diverse, doing these creative, fun things. So, I mean, I think it's fun to watch. That's why I freaking got addicted. I think the addiction is the problem, because somebody I know, they were like, I don't want to get addicted to it. And I could see that, but at this point, we're not doing nothing productive per se, so.
And I feel like TikTok is so creative, so the fact that if you're home, obviously if you don't have nothing, you don't have nothing to do. I'm not trying to say that for everybody, but I'm sure you have nothing to do. TikTok is very creative, so it'll make you want to do things different challenges. They have cooking stuff on there, dancing stuff. You would think that you fucking Michael Janet Jackson.
Exactly. They do have a challenge like that. I was showing her.
Do.
Just to backpedal on what Star said about making herself still feel as if she's going to work, waking up. I mean, obviously we showering every day or whatever, and brushing our teeth,
Absolutely.
And her, sometimes I'll be in my, sweats and my t-shirt, and then sometimes I'll spruce up, the outfit, but
today she got her little summer jeans on.
Yeah, I had to rip it off because y'all probably see this shit right here, but whatever, I don't care. So, it depends. Sometimes I'll throw something on, and sometimes I'll just be on my, real chill loungewear type shit. What are some things that you're doing besides the routine, like, your makeup, outfit? I mean, you was the other day doing your little pedicure and stuff, like you was in the salon.
I sure
Self-care. Everybody crying about not going to the salon.
I sure
You can do your toes at home. You can do your nails.
I mean, I always do my own toes. Like, I think I could count on 5 fingers how many times I went and got a pedicure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my whole life. I don't really go and get my feet done. I usually do it myself. But, yeah, I definitely did my own pedicure because I'm like, my emails are super slow. Business is kind of slow. And yeah, I was doing that. I'd be on YouTube. I'd be looking at stuff on the news, TikTok, Instagram. I'd be everywhere.
Oh, and don't forget, she's catching up on her little shows.
Yes. All right. So when it comes to shows, like, my friends, they'll tell me, like, oh, watch, it's mostly Anik and Jenny, but mostly Anik. They'll be like, oh, have you watched this? You gotta watch this, you gotta watch this. And when I say it takes me forever to watch a show, because you were talking about you, like, what was that, 2 years ago?
No, it came out last year.
So then they just have a season 2 that just happened?
Yeah.
It wasn't 2 years?
Mm-mm.
It felt like 2 years.
Because it came out last year. That's when it debuted last year.
Well, it felt like 2 years. So I finally watched You. I watched that in like, what was that, 2.5 days? Yeah, like 2.5 days. And then I watched Stranger Things. I think I finished Stranger Things in like 3 days.
Yeah, you did.
All 4 seasons. Now I'm gonna watch Little Fires Everywhere.
Yeah, Little Fires Everywhere.
I was going to say Little Flies Everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my time to really catch up on shows because I feel like now is the time. I feel like before I didn't really have time because I would wake up to go to the gym at 4 in the morning, go straight to work, after work, come home. And by the time I come home, like, I don't be wanting to do shit. And then, like, I don't really have that much time because I gotta get ready for bed to wake up again in the morning. Right. So now my husband's staying up to 3 in the fucking morning watching shows. Watching.
I love it.
What have you been doing?
Well, one thing I definitely have been doing that's self-care for me is I have unplugged a little bit more from Instagram. So I try not to be, I guess maybe because I'm like heavily on TikTok, but I was trying to wean off of like being too heavily on Instagram, especially with everything that's going on with COVID-19. And I just feel like there's like an oversaturation with information that we're receiving, and it's a lot. It's a lot of info, and sometimes you just want to take a step back. Just like the news, like unless I Google, because we don't have a TV here, personal choice. So unless it's my friends or family who's telling me certain things, or I decide to go on Daily Mail, Huffington Post, New York Times to read what's going on in the world, I try to unplug from that. So for me, that's self-care because I feel like whenever there is a catastrophe or a tragedy in the world, I'm not saying it's bad, but some people become so consumed by it. And, a lot of the news and a lot of the occurrences that's happening, unfortunately, what's being thrown at us mostly is the negative aspects of it. And I make the conscious decision because I know there's also other positive things going on in regards to what's going on with COVID-19. I have family, I have friends who work in the medical field. So, I listen to them and I talk to them because they're the ones that's right there on the front lines experiencing it. So I don't want to go read about some whatever person going ape shit on Instagram, because now another thing that's surfaced is how CNN literally stole footage from an Italian hospital and was using it as if it was a New York hospital. So you know, it's stuff like that. And some people don't know how to do their proper research when it comes to stuff. Like, there are a lot of people in this world that really take a lot of things for face value. So the minute that they see something, they jumping on it. Like, oh my gosh, this is what happened. This is what it is. And that's not me. That's never been me. Like, I'm going to look and dig deep into it to make sure, like, okay, this is legit. This is real. So that's another thing. So for me, self-care has been taking a step back from social media, especially Instagram, with the whole coronavirus pandemic, the news as well. Like, I try to look at other things that's going on in the world, because also there are so many other things that's going on in the world that people don't even know, because people are so consumed, not everyone, but they're consumed by all this stuff. And I'm not trying to be consumed by it. And I have other stuff going on that's also important, that I'm not going to be sitting here like, COVID-19, like living, eating, breathing COVID-19. Like, that's just not going to be me. So that's one aspect of self-care that I practice daily. The second thing is, I finally like decided I have what, the Aztec clean mask. So last week I finally opened it. Yay! And I did a mask. Yeah, I finally did a mask. I actually have another clay thing in there too. I used it like 2 times. Because I used to be so like skincare, because I used to also work for a skincare company back in the day. So I used to be on top of it, and I kind of been slacking with it. But for the most part, like, I started that self-care.
You're blessed, because your face does not look crazy for somebody who's been slacking.
Really?
If I slack, my face just breaks out.
But that's because you be stressing, your stress comes out your face. My stress comes out my fist. No, I'm just kidding.
If I'm not consistent with like my routine, like, I'll start breaking out. So like, there's been times like, if let's say I'll sleep with makeup on like one night, and the next day I'll be fine, but then the day after I'll start breaking out. So like, I'm trying to stay consistent. So I'm like, you're blessed that you've been slacking and your face look good.
It was a long road to get here, but whatever. What else have I been doing?
I need to be on that road.
Self-care. I would say one thing I have to like do a little bit more of, because I've been busy in doing other things, is just reading more. I have bought like a couple of books, so I haven't gotten a chance to like crack them open yet. I just like threw them in my bookshelf. So that's one thing I need to do. Also, like, deplug. Yeah, to deplug from also TikTok and read books. I need to stop saying like that. I also started The Little Fires Everywhere, and then Tiger King on Netflix. Woo, child! For the folks that have seen Tiger King, we're gonna talk about this. We gonna talk about this shit on Instagram or in the comments, whatever.
I'm gonna watch it and we can dedicate an episode to that.
That motherfucker, I can't. Hey, little cats and kittens, it's Carol Baskin. Yo, I'm fucking dead. But anyway, whatever.
It's just a show that shows how sick white people are.
Yeah, pretty much. And just the exploitation of exotic animals, primarily. That too. That's the premise of it. And what, like, I'm trying to think, self-care, what other stuff, self-care-wise, that...
When you were talking about that Instagram thing, I was going to piggyback on that. For me, I haven't been really watching any COVID-19 stuff on Instagram. Like, I just personally choose, and you could call me ignorant or whatever, I just personally choose not to watch that stuff, because I know how, like you said, how social media gets, where people see one thing and they just think that that is just facts and that's that, and they don't want to do their research to see like if this is true or not. And I think people are getting too consumed with it, and it's just like they're like living, breathing, eating COVID-19, and it's like, I don't want that to really stress me out. Like, I don't want to be on some like, oh my god, the world is ending, going crazy. Yeah, like, so I just choose not to look at that stuff. Now, if I do come across it, it's because I love BBC News. Like, I don't know,
forgot about them, yeah.
I love BBC News. So I'll go, and I usually just look at what's going on around the world, and then whatever updates they have on COVID-19. But as I can't do the Instagram stuff, because now everybody's a fucking doctor, a nurse. Oh. And I'm like, the people who are actually doctors and nurses are not even posting stuff about it or giving out this information. Why are you giving out this information? And then you don't even know if the information is right. You're just reposting it, and then you're just pushing your freaking opinion on other people. Like, people are just doing too much. Like, I just saw now, I saw a few people post this. I don't know if they posted this today or yesterday, but I saw it today. And apparently now coronavirus is airborne.
Oh my gosh, my cousin, he had mentioned that, and I was just like,
yeah, I don't know what's going on. Because somebody had wrote, like, somebody was like, oh, first they said it was airborne, then they said it was not, now they're saying it's airborne. And then, like, I wanted to write this individual and be like, where did you get this from?
Right.
What news was it? Was it Fox News? Like, because sometimes the news don't give you that
sensationalized.
Yeah, like sometimes the news lie. Like it's all propaganda. And I feel like that's what this whole COVID-19 thing is propaganda. Like, but yeah, for me personally, I don't look at no COVID-19 shit. I barely even post anything about it. I think I post like one thing about the nurse who passed away in Mount Sinai. But I don't post anything about it. I don't want to get wrapped up in that world.
Yeah, because it's like a rabbit hole. Once people get caught up in it, it's just like, obviously, if you have, personally people you know or you know of that's affected by it, that's different. But even those people, they're not acting crazy and going nuts versus the people who are not even infected by the damn virus. So, that's like a self-care. Even with like friends and family too, just not getting caught up in that, because sometimes it's like, I want to talk about different things and other things besides that, because there's like literally there was a wellness check that was done, I think that was yesterday, and the cops just shot another black man. Where's that? I don't see nobody talking about that. Another black male is lost due to the injustice of negligent racist cops. Not all, some. Nobody's talking about that because everybody's just like oversaturated with the fucking COVID-19. And it's like, yeah, it's crazy and there's a lot going on with it, but at some point logic and reasoning has to step in. So yeah, that's all I'll say about that shit.
I will say that I didn't think it was going to get to this point. Because I remember when I first read, like when it first broke out in China, I remember the first article, because I seen it on BBC News, and it was like, oh, breaking news, outbreak in China, coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And like, I read it and I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, I pray for them, whatever. Like, I didn't take it that serious. And then next thing you know, it started coming, like, it was like a few people in Europe, then it was like a few people in the US, and then out of nowhere, it just went rapid. Yeah. And I like thought to myself, like, damn, maybe I should have took that first article I saw serious, like, like not like how people are doing now, but kind of like, oh my God, like, what if this gets here, blah, blah, because people do travel to Asia and stuff, but I didn't think it was gonna get like this where niggas gotta stay home. Right. Like so it was just funny, like, I think about that first time I read, like, when it was like breaking news, and like now to know that
here we are.
Exactly.
Weeks later.
I never thought it would get to this point.
Another thing, also, self-care is also fitness, right? So just whoever has, at least she at least did a workout. Me, I did one day. I'm not even gonna lie, I haven't done shit, because every single time I say I'm gonna do it, I get sidetracked by something else, and there's no excuse. But one thing I can say is that a part of our fitness journeys, and which is of course a part of self-care, is that our eating habits have not like gone bad. Yeah. So we still eat well, and we still make sure that we're eating whatever we're supposed to be eating. One thing that I did do a part of self-care, especially since y'all motherfuckers is going bash it in the grocery stores, buying everything up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that, but finish your statement.
So intermittent fasting. So I've done it throughout the years, on and off. So I decided this before they put us in quarantine, before that was even a thought. So I had started it where I So how I would do it is I just like don't eat breakfast, and from whatever I eat my last meal from from the day before, count my 16 hours, and then boom. So that's one thing that I also have been doing a part of my self care, especially since I'm not working out as much as I was before everything got shut down. Is just fasting, which is also very good for our body too, because it's very good to fast. So part of self care is for your physical health is fasting. It's super important.
I don't know. For me, I personally don't like working out at home. Like when I worked out that one day at home, and I was just like, don't like this. I'd rather be in the gym.
Yeah, I think it's like mentally the environment. Mm-hmm. Some people they could bust it out, but I do prefer the gym. I don't know. It's just something about the gym, working out in the gym, that does it for me. Yeah. Because we do have like a few equipment here, so it's not like we can't work out certain things or modify certain workouts. But I don't know.
I think it's because the space is so confined. Yeah. You know what I mean? Probably. Whereas the gym is like, I could go here and do this workout, then I could go there. Yeah. Like, I don't feel caged in. I feel like at home, I feel like I'm in a box. Mm-hmm. I've been in my room and I was just like, it was a cool workout, but that was it. I did that one time and I was like, never again.
But you know what? The minute everything we outside again, gym is about to be real serious, and you know.
But what I will say,
carnival next year.
Yeah, we do got a carnival. Trinidad. I will say that this quarantine has been helping the bitch gain some weight. Okay.
Yo, I'm fucking dead. Okay. So some people is losing their gains, she's gaining her gains. Okay.
Because I feel like when I was like outside, like my weight would fluctuate. It would like I'll be 134, then I'll be 136, then I'll go back down to 134, then 136. The other day I fucking weighed myself in the morning and I was 138. And I was like, okay, thickums. So I don't know, this quarantine thing, I guess because I'm not working out, and then it's not like, because obviously when I go to work, I'm kind of burning calories because I'm getting on the train and I'm walking from New York to fucking Africa.
True.
Because my job is only on 10th Ave, so like I'm burning calories. So I think the fact that I'm just not really moving that much, the weight is just like sticking on.
So, she mad happy, guys. This is her goal. This is her fitness goal.
150. I gotta be 150.
Let me see. What else? Self-care. I'm trying to think because we always talk about self-care and it's different now being in self-quarantine. I mean, I feel like me and Star, we always did this. Like all of us in our household, we pretty much are always on top of our health in terms of what we consume. And, you know, we're all Caribbean, Southern. So obviously we are raised like how our parents raised us, eating like a lot of foods rich in stuff like spinach, collard greens, all that vegetables. Stuff. And then also just the supplements that our parents would give us. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the cod liver oil pills, echinacea, stuff like that. So one thing I will say is prior to the self-quarantine, I wasn't making a lot of smoothies, and you know, my good homeboy, Mike Allen, yes, I just said your whole fucking government. You got a business, so Mike Allen videos, you know, follow him, book him for your needs. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with CMOS, but if you're not, I'm not going to give you the rundown on it. Go Google it and research it, okay?
That's good for you.
We can't all do the work for other people. You got to put in the work too. So, you know, he gifted us CMOS. And, you know, because we obviously have to stock up on groceries, I was like, you know what? I've been slacking with making my shakes and all that stuff. So when we would go to the supermarket, I bought fruits, cut them up, put them in the freezer. And then I make my smoothies and I toss my CMOS in there. And the black root tonic, because I'm like literally holding on to the last bit.
I gotta get some of that.
Check them out too, guys. They're really good. Yeah. Black root tonic, and just taking a shot of that tonic in the morning. But since I'm trying to like, you know, just hold on to it, I don't be using it too much because the bottles is running real low and empty.
And it's gonna take like 2 weeks for you to get it?
Yeah, no, 2 to 4 weeks.
Because he makes it from scratch.
Yeah, so that's like another thing. So I have to order more. So that's
what you order.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So that's one thing I would say too, that in terms of continuously being on top of our health, our internal health, is we've always been consistent with what we take, like the tonics, sea moss.
I do my elderberry every morning with my tea.
One of my things has elderberry in it. Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one thing, because I see a lot of people now, they want to like boost their fucking immune system now. Or I even watch, even before this whole thing broke out, like, people always want to boost their immune system when the winter time comes so they don't get sick. And it's like, that's not how that works. Like, you should be doing it all year round. Like, one thing I usually do is I buy my elderberry. I buy it in liquid form. You could buy it in a pill if you want. I prefer liquid form because I could either put it in my tea or my orange juice when I used to drink orange juice a lot in the morning. Or you can even just put it in a bottle of water, and that just helps boost your immune system. And I drink it every single day. So that's one thing I've been doing before this whole shit broke out. But that would be my advice to people. Like, you should be boosting your immune system every fucking day.
Yeah, your overall health.
Yes, not fucking using that emergency shit. That shit don't do nothing, because I read the box. That shit says nothing about boosting your immune system. So please stop taking that. Stop taking those fucking gummies.
Because a lot of those things too they're not cures. They're not meant to cure a sickness, a disease, an ailment. What they do is they just suppress most of the time the symptoms that you're experiencing. And obviously, depending on how severe, how severe your illness is, that you would require medication, or if you have an herbalist and your herbalist or your nutritionist, where they provide you with the actual plants, the roots that will actually cure, because there are actual herbs that will cure ailments and sicknesses, but you have to go to a professional or someone who knows what they are, the properties and all that stuff. So it's not, I'm reading about such and such during while we're in the middle of a chaos and I'm looking for a quick fix. Like, that doesn't happen. I think that's also part of self-care, is that people think that by doing certain things it's a quick fix. And self-care is a consistent, constant thing that you have to do for your entire life, if that's the path and the journey that you're gonna go on. So if you want to sit there and you just want a quick fix with shit, that's not self-care. That's just a person who just wants fast results and has no patience and is just like, whatever, let me get this over with. But if you're really into caring about your body, physically, emotionally, mentally, you're going to put in the work every single day, not when you feel like it. So I agree.
Or when you get sick, it's like, emergency. It's like, that's not how that works.
That doesn't cure it. So, stuff like that. And granted, sometimes while you are continuously on the path and journey to continue to upgrade your immune system, hey, maybe you might get sick or whatever, but it's not going to be as severe and damaging to your body if your immune system wasn't up there, if your numbers weren't high.
That's true.
So that's the key difference.
That's so true. Because I know for me, like, I get a common cold like once a year. And for me, my colds are not crazy. And I don't take anything. Because, like, we're not medical professionals. But if you read a lot of those, like, cough medicines and all that other shit, like,
they're suppressants.
Yeah, it says it. Like, it says that it's a suppressant. So for me, like, my colds don't be that bad. And I don't take anything. I'll just drink tea.